Hello and welcome, DPL fans. We're recording for Toxic versus Hallu. We're doing a little bit of the pregame stuff. Game should be happening within the next 10 minutes, so we'll try to keep this quick. Alright, we got Toxic using a Torn team versus Hallu using Spectre. So they decided Spectre was good in this. They have a Munchlax, which feels drafted for like the Ghost Spectre. And then they also have Zarude, so I don't know about the Spectre matchup itself, but
I think that they wanted the other team, perhaps.
well, they could have
Spectre
slotted
versus the
into
other team.
Weavile. Yeah, that looks better. But Gyapdos does kind of farm versus this. Like, I don't know,
Yeah,
man. It's the
yeah,
stabs do
Gyaptos
so
looked
much.
really good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where's the Braybird switch? It's just Melmetal, right? You're gonna get dropped by CC and or
Yeah,
switched
it's like
into by Helmet Mew
you
or
have to
something.
use like
Helmet Steelix,
Necrozma.
Helmet Seismitoad. Like, that's gotta be pads, right? There's a Quillfish too. All of them love running Helmet, like in this matchup. So like I'd
Against Momo.
expect
Yeah,
pads Mel, maybe Chople if you want to try to catch the Zapdos, but I don't know about that. Let's see, Torn. How does Torn look? Torn looks really good outside of
probably like really good.
Alecki.
Yeah,
Like, is the Alecki
but
coming?
even a Lecky
It's
comes
so
in, it's
frail
gonna take
though.
it's
Yeah.
taking like 50 from Hurricane. It's taking
So
like 30, 35 uninvested.
the flying types seem to be the big threats so far. Mel seems pretty contained. Necrozma seems pretty contained overall. Well, it could definitely break through
Necrozma can
this.
do something cool. Yeah,
Maybe Meteor Beam with like Psychic and move to hit Spectre
something that hit Spectre and Mew would be nice.
and Licks. You
Yeah,
don't really,
Necrozma's
I
gonna
don't
have a
know.
really hard time breaking through.
It's hard to come up with like
Plus, I feel like
coverage for it.
Necrozma might be more defensive for the Zapdos here, because
Good
like
for sure. It could be Helmet on that, so you're forced to Brave Bird into it and take 7
take
million
Helmet
recoil.
and then you take
Yeah.
exactly.
Let's see. Comfy. I mean, it's a free Mel, but you have so many good Mel checks. Dragalge. Is Munchlax coming, do you think? I say no. I think
I don't think so.
Zarude's
I
gonna
think
be the Spectre check.
yeah, with the Zerd here, Zerd always comes in on Spectre with Jungle Healing too. It's
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
can't really do anything about it.
It's like jungle healing and synthesis. Like between those, it's not gonna die very easily. But it does
Yeah,
let in the
if it does
Gyapdos. I
with
don't
you,
know. It's
it,
better than
so
Munch at least.
I mean much less Zapdos too. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Can't
like
really
when you
avoid
need
that,
body
I don't
slamming,
think. Yeah, looking at it, Spectre doubling into Zapdos seems like a pretty good offensive theme. I don't know though.
yeah, and then he
Depends.
has a really hard time switching into Zapdos. So that makes sense.
Yeah, it depends on the Necrozma set, I think.
If
Mew?
you turn once on Necrozma and it's 2 KO'd, so like
Mew could definitely be like bug coverage for like Necrozma plus the Rude. That seems to be strong. Then it would only be walled by Melmetal,
would
which
it
is just
be
stab and bug coverage.
would it be actual bug coverage or just like U-turn?
It could be U-turn actually.
I don't know. Signal
U-turn
maybe
into
like
Torn maybe. What does that get you?
U-turn into what?
Oh yeah,
The
I'm
other
looking at it
team has-
backwards. My
the other
bad.
team has a
Yeah,
Torn.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you
You would like
U-turn
U-turn into like
on.
Spectre, like on the Necrozma, right?
Yeah, that's
Or if he goes like
a
Zarude, then
chip.
you. What do you even do against Zarude with this team? Like,
Gyapdos can check it offensively and come in on its stabs. You might even see
yeah, I mean,
acrobatics Zarude for that, honestly, faster than Gyapdos. I could see
yeah,
that
that's
for
what I'm
sure.
saying. Is Zarude is faster
Otherwise, it's like Steelix,
because
right?
you've
And
comfy,
Steelix
I
isn't
guess.
gonna do much back. Maybe body press Steelix with
Not really,
rocks.
especially if he's like bulk up or something too. You could be
Bulk up
bulk up
Zarude
jungle
kind of
healing.
goes hard.
Yeah,
Wait,
because then all of a sudden it beats Phil with Mew, it beats with Spectre with jungle healing, right?
bulk up Acro, maybe? Can you
Comfy's not
fit
doing any
that?
damage.
Can you fit bulk up Acro? Power Whip? I think you can, yeah.
I
Power
think
Whip's
so.
really good
Yeah,
into
I
that.
think so.
Yeah, so Power Whip, Acro, bulk
It's
up,
just the dark move. The
Synth,
dark move is
or
really good
jungle
too. But
healing. You'd probably want
I think
jungle
that
in that with.
I think you're scared of Spectre and Mew Wisps, right?
Yeah,
So
you definitely want jungle there. I don't know if that's enough recovery though. You can't be leftovers with Acro. Maybe you just run a double recovery, bulk up, power whip, and just rely on Helmet and Necrozma to chip the Gyapdos in range. That could definitely be a win con. Not gonna lie, looks really strong versus Hallu's team. I don't know
yeah,
how he's supposed to
maybe
handle
you can't.
that.
Yeah, maybe you can't bulk up too because you are always afraid of like Scarf Zapdos or something too, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, but Scarf
and now
Zapdos is
Acro's
like
not used.
not as big of a threat. Like it's still a threat, obviously, but like Necrozma can handle that
Necrozma will
for
wall it
sure.
100% even. Yeah, and then even like defensive Swampert has an easy time with
Yeah.
that.
Swampert to get up rocks, I guess. I think we're just gonna see a top 6 from Toxic. I don't see Munchlax coming.
Yeah,
Flygon, probably not. It looks
I
very
don't see what
mid.
Flygon really does.
Maybe it's
That
a
like
good
Swampert
Scarfer.
doesn't do
Like, you
better.
don't have a better Scarfer in the matchup, so if you want something faster than Beck, I guess. I don't think that's necessary though in the matchup.
I
But
really
we'll
like.
see how he decides to approach it.
So Quillfish probably does come, but I really like Dragel GT spikes still against enemy team. Like Mew Spectre combi.
Let's see, you're bringing Mew, Yapdos, Toad for sure. Rest, I think you could bring anything. Like the Lecky, maybe not. But maybe you would bring a Lecky, I don't know. Hard to say. Maybe screens a Lecky into like a setup Gyaptos could be strong, or setup Mew.
I like he feels bad into like the double ground though, no? And then
For sure it does, right?
It's like because the Rude's already gonna be like checking so much too.
Yeah, it does give you like one-time relief versus Torn. You can get screens up, and then you can get something offensive rolling. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything.
Screens is actually really good. Yeah.
Because Comfy seems pretty ass. Lecture, honestly, it's okay, but like it's definitely checkable. It's not going to be a demon. Licks can come, Quillfish can come, Seismitoad.
Does
I don't know.
Expect to get anything for Zerg at all besides Wisp, right?
Lecture for Zarude, it's just like Wisp and like, what does it get? Like, does it get Hyper Voice?
Okay, so it's just like Wisp.
Does it get that? I don't even know if it does.
I don't think
People
it gets
usually run Shadow Ball Dark Pulse coverage, which is like really sinister.
Yeah. And then they run like double kick against the fucking
Yeah, the Obstagoon.
Obstagoon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you know you're down bad. But
Yeah.
I think Toxic definitely has the matchup advantage here, as long as he can play the Zarude right. If Zarude goes down, Spectre can flip that real fast. But we'll see how that goes.
Can Spectre be like a sub-disable bot Shadow Ball if you expect the Munchlax not to come?
Let's see.
Because if you disable, I guess it wouldn't matter actually, because you're gonna have 2 moves to hit the Spectre anyways on Zarude.
Yeah, I suppose. But like the mono power whip set that we came up with, that would lose to it 1v1, so maybe that's a possibility.
If it is bulk up, yeah. Because like, I don't know what other runes do you even run on Spectre, and like
it would have to be like Shadow Ball, Wisp, right, to force the jungle healing. And then you have 2 free slots, right? So maybe
so like
Nasty Plot and or like sub disable.
Yeah,
It's definitely viable. You could even run a non-Wisp, I think. Oh, the game's starting now. Alright, let's get into the game then.
Live battles. Fire. Exactly at 6 o'clock.
Alright, we can close that.
Looks like exactly what we expected. The top 6. And then
Alright,
no
that works
Alecki,
out.
no Steelix, which is what was pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, so
only
top
question
6
was,
for
like, do you
Toxic as
bring-
predicted.
Do you bring like Alecki over Comfy, right? That was kind of the only thing.
Yeah. Alright, so he's gonna see rocks traded
Might just
probably.
trade rocks here, yeah. Or you might just get like a knockoff or something from the
Toxic,
either.
that's good for the
Toxic
Zapdos.
feels really good, yeah.
You can still get rocks up next turn, so that was a good Toxic, I like that. The Photon chip is nice for the Mel. This looks to be one of the Mel switch-ins. Leftover, not helmet.
Leftovers though, so I mean it could be expecting pads, right? So
Yeah. The Rude
Like, you
looks
see that-
pretty fine here as a play. Or you could just Photon again if you don't value your Necrozma that highly, but I think you should value the health on this
Gyaptos
thing.
is really
Yeah. Like, at this point you have rocks up, it's Toxic.
It could be like a more defensive helmet turn as well, or like more defensive with boots,
Yeah, it could be.
where it takes a Brave Bird. And
It'll
then-
definitely be boots, I think.
Yeah,
But
boots.
the actual set, we'll have to see. Maybe Plot's Mono Hurricane?
Wait, taunt? Yeah, taunt plot with like a more defensive build.
Oh, Future
Hurricane.
Sight, that's cool.
Really good actually, because like everything on their
Yeah,
team
that's
is
super
fantastic.
good, hold up. Now what do
really
you do? You
taunt-
go Mel,
you
right?
taunt-
Mel on the U-turn, maybe? I think Comfy's U-turning for sure.
Yeah, Melon U-turn, and then they can't go Zapdos, so like. But I guess
Yeah.
they just go Mew on that, right? And then threaten a Wisp or something.
Yeah, I
And then
guess.
they eat the future side as well.
Yeah, what's Toxic's play here? Okay, Torn comes in, it is Boots. No U-turn, it's actually Leech. Now you have a Hurricane Future Sight combo, but you choose to U-turn it. The Dragalge.
Might also just U-turn though.
Oh, on the Toxic.
Okay.
That's
That's
huge
a lot of
damage.
damage.
Oh
That's
my
so much.
god.
Yeah, that's fucking huge.
Alright. Now Dragalge gets a free turn. Looking like a Draco, honestly. I would Draco here.
Yeah, Draco or like a T-Spike feels good too, or even a Sludge Wave.
I don't know about T, because now what do you do?
Fish now though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, is he really going that far out of his way? Good Ice Punch on the Switch, that's bulky Torn out the ass.
Yeah, bulky,
But this is the Zapdos check. Letting it get chipped is pretty bad. The Hurricane's also doing nothing. This is like Spadef Toad. And it seemed like offensive Necrozma because it took so little from Photon. I was assuming that was like BizDef Seismitoad versus like bulky Necrozma, but looks like offensive Necrozma from the damage on Comfy at least. And then Hurricane doing 34.
The Toad Earthquakes here feels really good too, right? XP goes to Rude. So.
Yeah, Earth Power, same thing.
No,
Critical hit, not going to be a big deal, I don't think. Now's the Quillfish angle.
If you got that Earth Power and anything else, it would have felt pretty bad, so.
Yeah. No helmet.
What is this thing?
Also, Lariat. We didn't expect a Lariat. That was like 6th move expected personally. But I guess it makes sense for the Spectre.
Dark Stab if they needed it, right? So.
Yeah, I guess I was focusing too much on the bulk up set there. But like, we only had 10 minutes to preview, so. Bullfish in. This is
that damage is not offensive or anything, is it?
It could be. Maybe it's Scarf. Scarf Root would make some sense at least.
Because now it answers Scarf Zapdos as well, which feels
yeah. Galgi in on Spike. So the layers are going up. Does he have Defog on the Torn? I feel like he should have Defog. T-Spike back up. Is this accomplishing much?
No, I don't like this T-Spike this turn.
I don't like the T-Spike turns. You could have had 2 KOs by now with the Dragalge free turns. Like, I definitely think that's more valuable than Spike up, forcing Quill in. Especially because you don't even gain much from the Quill being in.
Draco, it might be like Flip Turn or something weird. Like Flip Turn Sludge Wave.
Why would you not run Dual Stab on Drag?
Right? But yeah, I don't know why.
Right, you get a Photon here at least, but
Necrozma dies, yeah.
I guess this forces either a Poison on Mew or a Sack, right? Oh, Custap, whatever. Yeah, Comfy's dead, double down, it looks. The Custap was interesting, didn't come into play here. Definitely could have been a surprise KO, so. Yeah, now the big Zapdos comes in, but we correctly call that with a Torn T. That's a good play.
Our Torn is defensive. We'll probably either see a U-turn or...
Ooh, I don't like switching there. Does Brave Bird kill? No, it did 50 to Dragalge. Oh, Poison Point is huge with Helmet? It's a dead Zapdos. Yeah, he's just dead.
Wait. How lucky is it that you lived on 1, by the way, though? Because, like, you literally got 2 extra turns of Rocky Helmet and Poison damage.
Yeah, that's really lucky. I guess rolls aren't hacks, but it's definitely luck, right?
I guess that's why he's not Draco, huh?
Dude, what are you? T-Spikes and Burr? Oh, and he saves the sack. That's smart. Okay, is that the...
Oh, is that...
It would have killed the Torn, so it makes sense then. I was assuming you would live.
By the Ice Punch damage.
Yeah, same. Maybe it's like minus attack Toad. Because it is Earth Power.
Specs never 2-8 KOs after Spikes, does it?
This is a big angle for Spectre, but the T-Spike up is really big now.
31. This is super defensive. Small
bird. Is that AV? AV part? Because Rox is on Necro, right? Yeah, that looks AV.
It could be AV against Specs.
I don't think that's spec.
Is it not? I feel like that's
31 into Spirit. I mean, it's not crazy naturally Spadef bulky, but that looks AV to me, especially no leftovers.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to tell without knowing the Spectre set.
I guess it could be Helmet, but
could be. But like,
we already had a Helmet on the Dragalge, right? So.
Oh, that's in Torrent range. Goes for Earth Power.
The Spectre is basically dead now too, actually.
Yeah, he's basically trading
Like
Swampert for the
we
spec.
just sack this and then we go into our Zarude, get a free synthesis off or something.
Yeah, Synthesis looks good. I think Sarud might just win straight up.
Back up. Yeah, from this point.
Yeah, dual stab just wins, right? Like, you have so many other mobs
Yeah.
in the back, like, it's hard to see
And
Toxic
if
losing
it is
this.
double healing, if it is double healing or jungle healing, then Mew never beats it either, right?
Yeah, correct.
Unless it's like random bug move.
Does he get Mega Horn on Mew? Mew gets everything, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mew would have to be some super crazy set. Like, you have to get T-Spikes away before that happens. Right? And then the Zarude's always going to be faster with Darkest Lariat, so hard to see. Maybe DD weakness policy Mew might be a play to get rid of the T-Spikes. That's the only way I really see it beating the Zarude, right? DD weakness policy?
Because it'd have to some sort of boosting speed.
Okay, we'll see if the Zarude's Scarf now. Yeah, it looks like it is Scarf then. You're bringing it into this. I guess, what's your other play even if you're not? It might just be Zarude here no matter what the set. Okay, it is Scarf.
It's Scarf, yeah.
Bullfish to get rid of the T-Spike. Get the Intim off. And now what? You sack Dragalge, right? You go Torn. Makes sense. Whirlpool. Interesting, I don't know if it'll do anything here, but...
Yeah, I think a jab might have been better.
Hurricane miss, that's lucky. Oh, D-Bond.
So now we get another turn of Whirlpool. Or we have to U-turn out, right? So, which is very
I
lucky.
mean, I assume the attack isn't just Whirlpool. Like, you can kill the Torn here, right? It gets smacked up. Defog so you can hit the Hurricane next turn and get rid of the double hazards. But you still miss? That's crazy.
And we lose
missing at 0.75 evasion is crazy.
Actually, though.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate.
Just Lariat. Lariat kill?
I don't think so. I think you have to whip. Because it did what? It did like 25 at -1, right? So it's only gonna do.
Oh yeah, like for sure. The whip here.
Yeah.
Watch me whip. Now Mew looks more of a threat.
The Mew? If it 2 KOs the Mew, then
you're chilling, right? Yeah, because the Galgy's dead to Spike. What were you saying?
I think we just sack Quillfish here because Saxon has Earth Power for the Melmetal, right?
Yeah, probably.
And then we go Mew, and if Mew has Wisp, since this is Scarf and not jungle healing.
Oh, didn't even kill.
It can beat this with Wisp.
Oh, that's super ass.
Wait, Zarude sucks. What the fuck?
You Sector Galgy here and then go for Darkest Lariat sweep because the Toad is low. Yeah, you do. He calls that with a spike. Is it enough? We'll see. There's one. All comes down to the Mew set, I think.
Yeah. If it's Culver Berry, he might just win with it.
Yeah, Colbert or just bulky enough to take this and then a move to hit Melee in range of the Seismitoad Earth Power.
Yeah, and if he
lots
has
of wind paths.
He's really...
And he's like really super chilling.
Metal. Yeah.
Oh, that did a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, Leech Life. That's probably DD with the bug move then.
If this is burnt, does it kill...
Oh, low kick?
Low kick's enough, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this is NASCAR Melmetal. No, it's not. So Hallu wins in a really dire endgame situation. I got lucky with the Hurricane misses, I think.
Hurricanes are pretty bad, yeah. But he also got really lucky living on one of Dragalge, right? For that
yeah,
roll.
Yeah. That basically neutralized the biggest threat being Zapdos, right?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine Zapdos in that endgame.
Like, both players got a little bit lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good game, honestly.
What else? I didn't really like Scarf Zarude. I feel like if it was any other Zarude set, it had a lot easier time in this game. Because
I mean,
it really only
I get the Scarf, but yeah, the bulk up Zarude would have won pretty handily this game.
Or even just the double healing, like you were saying, it doesn't even have to be bulk up at that point. Especially
yeah, double healing, double stab would have.
Quillfish, it didn't show an attacking move against the Torn there, right? So I have to assume it doesn't have jab, right?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, because in that situation, you would always attack into the Torn. Yeah, interesting prep, honestly. And
then also, Torn didn't defog until super late. Everything took a lot of damage.
Yeah, the hazard damage was big. Quillfish MVP, potentially?
Quillfish might be MVP, yeah.
Maybe.
Especially with those Whirlpools killing off the Torn there.
Yeah, that was good. Then dodging hurricanes, showing off the quick feet movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Torn later on, I don't know, maybe Mew has a move to hit it, but it'd be a physical move.
Let's see,
to hit
it's
the Torn.
leech life, low
It's like,
kick,
okay. It had to be
psychic
like
stab, right? Something
Bruce
for
and then
Dragalge
Psychic.
at least. Psychic Fangs DD seems most likely, or 4 attacks with
It
Power
could be
Whip for the
DD.
pert.
I don't know if I like DD though, because low kick did what 45. Like you need a lot of chip on Melmetal to get like that
Yeah.
range, and then Leech Life, you're gonna need like +3 to kill Necrozma as well. Feels really hard to set up.
Yeah, and it wasn't weakness policy. We saw the Lariat. And
It could just be coverage.
could be E-belts, just 4 attacks. I don't know the calc on Melmetal because I don't know the Melmetal set. But yeah.
Yeah. If the Torrent had something like Taunt or something, and then like it can just spam Destiny Bomb like it
Taunt
did,
would have been big, yeah.
it would have been really cool.
Maybe it did have taunt. I don't know. It wasn't like super easy. Like taunt that turn.
Yeah, I guess you just want to hit the Hurricanes. You don't
Yeah,
have to.
you'd rather defog and then just Hurricane to kill it, right? Then you have your Torn
Is there
alive.
anything after we missed that first Hurricane? Do we give him something else? Like, wasn't the Dragalge still alive?
Yeah,
like,
it
don't we
was.
just
You probably.
give him Dragalge,
But it was
take our regen, and then
Whirlpooled.
come back in?
It was Whirlpool. You can't switch.
Oh, it's trapped on Whirlpool.
Yeah.
But you have U-turn, so like that's.
Do you have U-turn?
Yeah, he has U-turn.
Oh, he does have U-turn. What is he cooking?
So he
I don't
should
know, man.
U-turn out on
Yeah,
his regen,
definitely.
not his Dragalge, and then he has like 2 more chances to.
Yeah,
Hurricane,
Torn was
right?
really valuable in this endgame too. Kind of like swept.
That was
Low-key.
everything, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
so
once
rude.
that cleared out-
The rude trip on Mew, and then Torn comes in. It doesn't it just win? Yeah, that might be a really big misplay by Toxic there. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I think he must have thought he was far enough ahead that he didn't have to like think too much, but then he
Yeah.
just like.
I mean, to be
Oh,
fair, he
thank
did
you.
miss 2 Hurricanes, and one of them being minus evasion on the Quillfish, so that is like
Yeah, that's super tough.
unlucky. I get it. You want
But
to
at
just
the
hit the
same
move.
time, it's like
Yeah,
could have,
maybe a misplay,
Round that a
technically
bit better.
speaking.
especially because Torn has regen, right? You miss
Yeah.
one, it's like Quillfish clicking Whirlpool. Like it's not doing that much. It's not crazy.
Yeah, I don't
What's
know.
the point of giving Dragalge at 1?
It
Like,
definitely
the only thing it's still there for is regen sack, right? At that
Yeah,
point.
it is. Or like to
So, like,
alleviate pressure versus the Mew, like when it's in. But I don't think you
Right.
even do that because the Mew could potentially be DD.
Be set up, and if you let it
Yeah.
set up, yeah.
Then that's like really bad. Yeah, you would just lose if it was DD on the Switch, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I feel like Toxic maybe fumbled the bag on this one. He was looking really strong, and then probably just won at
Yeah.
the end.
But like as Dragalge put in so much work.
Yeah, a little
that
bit-
T-spike as
A
well.
little bit of luck, but a little bit of could be played a little bit better,
100%.
maybe more accurately. Alright, Hallu wins first game of DPL, and we'll come
him
back
to his
with some
second
more live coverage of other games.
Yes, thank you. See you around.